I'm Riveroo Bay, and welcome to my gun kingdom. Okay, if you've watched the previous two videos with the Marlin 444, the first video I zeroed it in at 100 yards. Then the second video we shot at 200 yards and it had about an 8-inch drop. Now you might think, well, is it ethical to take a shot at a deer at 300 yards? Probably not. Today we have a no wind condition here at the range. And it's about 8 o'clock in the morning, and we're forecasted around 7 miles an hour this afternoon, so I'll be able to get this in before even any wind kicks up. And this is basically just to demonstrate the drop that the 444 has at 300 yards. So, you know, a good range and to consider taking a deer at is around 150 yards max. I mean, you can go 200, 250, because at 250 yards, you still have 1,334 pounds of foot-pounds of energy. And we know that to take a deer, you need at least 1,000 foot-pounds of energy, okay? And at 300 yards, you have about 991 foot-pounds of energy left. So, you know, it's all according to bullet placement when you get out to distance like that. And at 300 yards, we have to take into consideration that, you know, since it's longer and the wind has more effect on it at that range, are we going to be able to get a good bullet placement? So it's never going to be quite perfect. So that's what we have to take into consideration. But this video is more about just testing it out and showing everybody, you know, what the drop is at 300 yards. And now at 250 yards, you'd probably be fine. You know, again, it's bullet placement. And, you know, and then I had a viewer write to me a couple months ago and asked me what the difference is between a straight wall cartridge and a bottleneck cartridge. Now let's examine the 30-30 here. And the 30-30 has taken a lot of deer in history, and it still is a popular, it depends on what state you live in, but it's a popular cartridge for deer hunting. And it has a bottleneck on it. Okay, and what it does is it tapers, and I'll show you a close-up view, but it tapers as it gets towards the bullet. And think of a garden hose, like once you turn a garden hose on, it kind of runs slowly, and if you take your hand and pinch the end of it, it's going to come out in a faster stream. That's the same way a bottleneck cartridge works too. So the bullet's going to go faster and it's going to go further. Whereas with a straight wall cartridge, the 444, it's completely straight. There's no taper to it at all as it goes to the bullet here. All right, so it can't go as far and it's not as fast. Okay, even out of the muzzle, it's around 2,200 feet per second out of the muzzle. That's a 24-inch barrel. And if you want to know more of the specs of it, watch the first video I did. But that's basically, you know, why states allow straight wall cartridges, because they just have, you know, once they get out further away, you know, 300 yards plus, they just start dropping drastically. So, all right, so we got a GoPro here today. And we got the spotting scope, so I'll take you out there with me to set up the targets. They have golf carts here, but they charge you extra to use them, so I figure might as well get a walk in. All right, there's looking back. Been overkill, but I want to take a chance. All right, so here we go with the, so from here, so this whole thing at 300 yards is the bullseye. And these plates are 8.5 inches. Okay, so about in the middle. Okay, so if we aim towards the top of this bullseye here, we should hit about right here for a 30-inch drop. So one thing you want to do when you get up set up pretty close, dial out on a 3x9 scope, dial back to 3, just to make sure you're not going to hit that chronograph. Because when you're at 9 power and that chronograph is 15 feet away, you don't really see the rods of the chronograph there. All right. Okay. Ready to roll here. So I'm going to take that top orange plate, what we're calling the bullseye, and I'm going to place the crosshairs just a little bit above the center, because remember we have a 30-inch drop. Okay, so there it is right there. All right, here we go. I'm going to have to see where that went, because I can't see with the scope. Okay, 2196 at 15 feet away. Looks like I'm hitting that bottom plate there. Let's fire another one. Let's shoot 5. Okay, the last reading I got with that was 2175 feet per second. Okay, let's fire 2 more. Okay, let's fire the next one here. Okay, so that was 5 altogether. So I did get a couple readings with the chronograph, and the first one was 2196 and the other one was 2175. Then I didn't get a reading on the other ones. Now this was a fresh piece of cardboard, so here's where I was aiming, was right here. About 3/4 on the way up, and one of them hit right in the center here of this bottom bullseye. So, and we measured from here to here, it was 30 inches, and these were pulled to the right, it looks like, and this one's a little high, so is this, well, this would have hit too, but I'm missing those other two, so the other two might have hit below here. So yeah, so we see what the drop is at 300 yards for sure. So, you know, like we talked about in the beginning, if it's ethical enough to take a shot and take a chance of wounding a deer at 300 yards, I don't think it is. I don't think it's a good idea. As we demonstrated here, we can see that, like I said, I aimed 3/4 the way up right here. I put the crosshairs right here, and I ended up, one of them hit right in the center. So, and when we measured it, it was like 30 inches. So let me get the tape measure again. Okay, so here we have about, that's right on 30 inches right there. So I had the crosshairs right at 3/4 of the way up, right on here on the plate right here. And right there is 30 inches. And this one was around 30 inches. Now I might have sighted on the top of the plate on this one. But I think the other two that are missing here, they probably went below. All right, so that's a big drop. I don't even think you'd be able to. So you're shooting around the shoulder area of the deer here, right? So you'd be aiming above the deer. Oh, that'd be a lucky shot from 300 yards. So, but anyway, it would definitely be a lucky shot. But I appreciate you watching, and if you like this video, please hit the subscribe button and the like button. And if you're already a subscriber, don't forget to click that notification bell. Share this with your friends and everything. But I appreciate you watching. Thank you.